Welcome to Shielded Voices. This is the new midweek update. Well, new since we've been on this new journey for the both of us. I'm
Yeah,
excited for today. I think
yeah,
Brian's excited.
yeah. We haven't done it's been like months, I
Like any
think.
kind of recording. Yeah, midweek
Anytime,
update, like a guest interview we haven't done because we've had guests lined up.
right? We loaded everything up before you went back to patrol, and then I started my third new retirement career. I don't even know what you call it, but since I started work too, I'm back to the Monday through Friday bankers hours things, and this is the first time you and I have even like seen each other in since
What was that
March.
several months ago? We saw each other in person. We had
Yeah,
lunch.
yeah. I mean, even like on camera, we haven't seen each other since like March.
Yeah, it feels foreign, kind of.
It does. It does. When the mic first turned on, I'm like, "Ooh, I think there's something wrong with my mic. Something's weird." I'm like, "No, you just haven't been doing this for a minute, bro. We got this. We got this." So
Well,
yeah, it's gonna be good.
it is. We got some updates for you guys. We got what Brian's been going through, what I've been doing. You know,
Yeah,
Brian, your new career sounds like it's taken off and it's doing really well.
yeah. I'm loving it, dude. Loving it. Like I'm having a blast. It's there's pressures. But what's interesting is there's not, and I think I've talked to you about it before. Like when coworkers around me are feeling that pressure and feeling that, like you can just feel the angst, and they just get pissed, and they're frithing and frothing and fouling, and I just sit back, I just laugh. I'm just like, really, like not to take away from their pressures. That's not what I'm saying. But I've even made comments amongst the office, the area that managers sit in when people, I'm like, hey man, did you Narcan anybody today? No, I think we're good. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. There's different stressors for different
perspective.
careers. Sure,
Yeah,
and I can imagine it might be challenging navigating that coming into that position from where you came from and understanding like, no, this is stressful for these people. I
yes,
have to
it is.
understand that and recognize that. Like,
Correct.
sure, you didn't just get done pumping on a kid's chest for 30 minutes,
Right.
but it's different, and that's
Yeah.
okay.
I've had to apologize to what, and it was, taken very well, but I'm like, hey, like, I'm not trying to diminish the stress and pressure you're under. I'm just, and they were very thankful, like, no, perspective. Like, you're right. Like, we got this. Like, somebody's HVAC in a commercial building is not working, or somebody needs this quote for, this because it's a large amount of money. And it's like, yeah, it'll be there tomorrow too. We're good. We got this. It's been fun. It's been super fun. I am the HVAC division manager for a commercial plumbing and HVAC company now. And that's been fun. Like to manage. What's cool, Mitch, is see a lot of the cop stuff that we did, or what I did for years, and what you're still doing translates. It's pretty cool to actually sit back and witness and feel and see, because I was, a lot of us think like, well, if I can't be a cop, what am I going to do?
Right.
Like, I have no other skills besides, chasing bad guys and, kicking doors down, which is not true at all. Like it's the de-escalation in dealing with clients, in dealing with coworkers, in, managing a team of people absolutely translates. And it's I don't want to say it's easy, but it comes very naturally because of the training and experience we have.
Yeah, most of the time we're put in these rapidly evolving situations, high intensity situations, and you're used to dealing with people screaming in your face, and now you are at a more professional level, people getting angry with you, and I can see how, it's.
Unfortunately, I haven't had anybody outwardly angry with me. I mean, I'm sure there's some people that don't like me, or they have been angry with me, but I haven't experienced it yet. I'm sure it'll happen. But yeah, man, it's cool. It's been pretty cool to, at the end of a work day, have dinner with my wife, or go meet a buddy, or I don't know. I can make weekend plans 5 months in advance.
Right.
Because I'm not dealing with staffing issues, and am I going to get my guaranteed vacation? Well, I can't take days off because I'm mandatory over. It's a whole different world. And I'm going to tell you right now, 5 milligram THC gummies are fucking amazing.
Good for you.
They are amazing. I've always, me, man. I've never done a drug. It scares the shit out of me, and it's not. I was just having a conversation with a retired guy, Scott, today. They have another podcast. We'll plug that for him here in a minute. We were actually talking about that. He's the same as me, never done it, but. And you don't get high or anything like that. I use it a couple nights a week, maybe an hour before bed just to sleep. Because I'll be honest, the night terrors are still there. So I still deal with some of that. It is diminishing, but what's crazy is they've morphed. It's always the same 3 calls, always has been for years. And for years, it's you're reliving those calls, but now. The subjects or people in those calls are my kids, and I don't know what that's about.
Interesting.
It's weird. The only thing I can think of is just it's a trauma dump. I don't know. But because of all the therapy and stuff that I've gone through and lifestyle changes with career, I can wake up from that now, and instead of being combative and fighting and sweating, I can now go, oh, like I know what this is. I know what this is. This is my brain healing is what's happening, and I can go back to sleep.
Yeah, your brain is rewiring itself.
Yeah. So what about you? Let's hear about you, because we haven't talked about, last time we just kind of talked about, Mitch is going back to the road after his workers' comp time off for PTSI. How's that been?
Man, it's great.
Really?
Yes, I love it. People have asked me, what's it like being back? And I like to relate it to the first day of being solo on your own. Out of FTEP, cars empty.
Like that excitement feeling?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, I love that for you.
Yeah, I am excited to show up for work every day. I am trying to get the other day shifters motivated to
Good luck.
Let's see.
Motivate day shifters? Stops. You're crazy.
Right. It's challenging. But I'm slowly chipping away at it. And
good.
I love the guys I work with. I love the supervisor staff. It's weird seeing how productive I've been and how much more support I'm getting. There are negatives and positives to that. Sure. And the one biggest negative is you have a guy that's not productive. You have a guy that seems lazy. I don't like using that word because there may be more going on behind the scenes. Mm-hmm. But, I'm way more productive and I'm getting way more praise for it. Do I want praise? Do I care about praise? No, I don't. I'm just excited to show up and do my job. But yeah, I'm loving it.
You look different. Like you like it's almost like the 25-year-old female that's pregnant for the first time. You have this glow. Like glow. You do. I'm not joking, brother. You do. Like just you're smiling. You haven't stopped smiling since we started recording, and I've never seen that ever. Like you're in a vastly, vastly different place. And that's awesome for it. And I love that for you, dude. I love that for you. I think that's just awesome. And to be able to go back to a career that for you was going to break you and re-energize and be like, not today, you're not. And get after it. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's just proof that it can be done.
It can be. You just have to put a lot of work into it.
Mm-hmm.
And since being back, I can see the look in some of these guys' faces that we work with where they're starting to go down that slippery slope that I went through.
Yep. You see that 1,000-yard stare, that burnout, man. I saw that for years.
Yeah, that, hey, how you doing? Well, I'm here. Because I had that mindset. Like, another day, another dollar. It is what it is.
Or the difference is, or remember I mentioned talking to Scott. Well, his partner in the podcast that he has, Tom, I was chatting with both of them today, and he's like, well, how's it going? And he's like, living the dream. And I go, yeah, but the difference is when we were all cops, how you doing? Living the dream. You know what I mean?
Yeah, ton of voice.
Now he's genuinely like living the dream, bro. Like living the dream. Big, big difference. But that's one of those things where, like you said, Yeah, another day, another dollar. It's like, how are you today? What'd we always say? Living the dream.
Right.
Sarcastically, like, here we go.
Yeah.
It's just, it's such a down, like, oh God, just depressing.
It is. And I show up to work, I'm pumped. Those 10 hours fly by.
Really?
They do. So do my weekends, but yeah.
Are you back to like into the shift and you're like, nah, I want to keep working. Like
I've been working overtime after the shift, either volunteering to stay late or, hey, if you're going to mandatory someone, make me the first mandatory. Like I'm working my ass off, but still maintaining that happy balance of family.
Right. You got to.
Right. Whereas
you got to maintain that balance.
Prior to this journey, I never worked overtime. I never wanted to be the guy that got mandatory. And that was because I had to get home and have a drink.
Right.
My hands are shaking. I got to get home. I got to drink.
Yep.
I don't want to work overtime.
Mm-hmm.
But it's fun.
How much, do you mind telling everybody how many days sober you got going now?
Yeah, I just broke 5 months 7 days ago. A week ago.
Hell yeah. Good for you, brother. So good. I love that. So good. And I mean, some people may not agree, but we can only just praise God for that, man. Like, that's just the truth. That's Mitch and I have talked about that, and we would never push our faith in anybody else. But man, God is all over this. It's been awesome. It's just been awesome.
Yeah,
this whole thing since you. Like, let's do a podcast. Come on, Roger, let's do a podcast. And nobody wants to hear a podcast, and here we are.
Yeah.
And still working a full-time job. You know what I mean? Both of us, and still reaching out.
Work. Yeah, we're reaching out, and Brian, you and I talked on the phone earlier. We had someone go on our website, submit a comment form.
Yes.
And I'm like, who is this person? They're talking about people that Brian and I both know, but the name doesn't sound familiar. And she had her phone number in it. So I called her. Her and I spoke for 30 minutes. And she turned out to be a pretty prominent figure in a town out here.
We'll say she's a mayor of a town in Oregon.
Yeah.
We'll leave it at that. Like, yeah.
So that was cool.
Who listens to our podcast? Like what did she say? How she came across it? Did she or no?
I can't remember that part of the conversation. She did. She said that your boss's brother recommended it.
My boss's brother?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. I got to figure out which, because he's got a couple. I got to figure out which brother.
Yeah.
So my boss is.
Yeah.
No kidding.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, I'm gonna call him as soon as we get done here. Like, I'm gonna call him and be like, dude, that's awesome. That's very cool.
So those connections that we made are impressive.
Well, and there was another email that we got from somebody in New York.
Yeah, New York area code, but I'm not sure if
they are in New York.
Correct. She's prior law enforcement too.
Yeah.
She's dealing with some of the same struggles and PTSD and work comp issue, and she realized she's not alone because of this podcast,
which has been our goal from day one.
Right.
It's part of our intro. You're never alone in this. You're not. And to hear like people from all over the country, they're like, oh my gosh, like what you said resonated with me, and it's changed my path, or just the thank yous. And like one of the things that that she said in that email that you sent me was thank you. Please keep doing what you're doing. Please don't stop doing what you're doing. And stuff like that like makes me tear up, if I'm being completely honest. It does.
Yeah, if we can reach at least one person, and we have reached thousands.
Yeah, it's been pretty cool. Well, on this beautiful, sunny Pacific Northwest afternoon, even though I don't want to live here anymore, I want to live in Arizona, but I'm managing. Let's get into what we got coming up. We've got a couple. So like we mentioned earlier, we front loaded a whole bunch of content, knowing that I was venturing into what I'm doing now for work and Mitch is going back to the road. So we still have another 2-3 months worth of content. We're going to try to come on here and get back doing the midweek stuff. But the next one we have for June, there's a lot of people that know who the guest is, and they're like, can you just release it now? Like, just do it now. Like, we want to hear this. We don't know, because we know some things about what the person went through and the family stuff, and like it's going to hit home. Unfortunately or fortunately, it is going to hit home for people that worked and or work for my former agency and Mitch's current agency. And it's not to put that agency down. Please understand that this is just this person's truth of what they felt and what they've dealt with as a family. And it's yeah, I mean, I'll let you explain.
It's going to be a very impactful episode.
It is a couple episodes, like 3-parter. I'm thinking,
yes, 3 episodes. I'll be honest, it might piss some people off.
Probably.
We're not in the business of
caring.
Right.
Oh, sorry.
Sure. Yeah, for lack of a better word.
Right.
We're here to tell people or have people tell their truths and their stories.
Yeah.
This is going to be her story and her truth.
It is.
And it's her platform to share it.
Right, which is what, like, you tell people that every time when we kind of, pre-interview guests. You're very good about telling them, hey, this is your platform. You talk about what you want to talk about. It's your platform. It's not necessarily the opinions of shielded voices. Although most of the time we share the same opinions. I mean, Sometimes we've disagreed, like Angela and I disagreed on some things in the last episode, but we got through, not in a bad way.
Right.
And it was, it's learning. We learn from each other and hear other people's stories. So, it's I'm waiting for my phone. I'm just waiting for my phone to start blowing up. You know what I mean? After that first, and maybe it won't. Maybe people at that agency just kind of stopped listening because they just got tired of hearing us. I don't know. Who knows? But some very unfortunate events took place with a very, very well respected and amazing sergeant who came up through the ranks and is the definition of a leader, in our opinion. Some very unfortunate things took place for the sake of politics. I don't know how else to say it.
We don't know the whole story, but we know what's on the surface, and
and we get to hear it from somebody who lived it with him, and right. There's a lot of touching moments in these interviews too. I just re-listening, doing the editing stuff, I was like, oh my gosh, like I'm tearing up. It just, so that should be this Sunday, right?
It will be. Yes.
Yep. I'm going to be in like southeastern Oregon all weekend. So
sounds terrible.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's going to be horrible. I mean, it's part of my job now of being part of taking clients out to shooting ranges, teaching them tactical shooting stuff, which again, stuff that translates, right? So the owner, my boss, former Marine Corps, outstanding dude, is all about the guns and stuff like that. And he really, really takes care of the company's clients. Like the very first word in our core values is relationships. And it's all about relationships internally as well as with our clients. But anyway, he takes them on this trip every year. I've been fortunate enough to go as a client years past. Now I'm going as an employee. And I've just kind of naturally morphed over the years into, hey, can I, show you how to run that gun? Can I show you how to, go through this doorway? We've got They set up a 3,000 square foot shoot house that they built all out of like screen walls with different rooms and everything. So it's all about just teaching people to efficiently clear buildings and, stuff like that. It's not for anybody like, well, Rogers, you weren't a SWAT operator. No, I wasn't. Never wanted to be. It's not about that. I'm not nobody's teaching them SWAT operations. So right. It's just, we all have homes. We all live in a building. It's like, well, as a defensive tactics instructor, we teach that stuff. So we're going to teach some slow building, clearing, and some cool shooting. Be fun. Yeah.
Well.
So, and what you got going on? Anything coming up for you exciting?
I've been working on a new platform that I just launched.
Yeah. Can you talk about that yet?
Yeah, I can. It's in not quite full swing yet. There's certain elements I'm still working on. It's relapseready.com. relapse-ready.com. It kind of comes from, well, the word relapse is very negative, and I've always had that thought behind, well, I never want to relapse. My kids are awake, by the way, so if you hear them screaming or pounding on the door.
It's all part of being a daddy.
The guilt and shame behind relapse is something I never want to experience. It's one thing that keeps me sober. I've always told myself that I'm relapse ready, meaning like it is kind of a fuck you thing towards AA. Like I can relapse whenever I want. I'm not going to let a program get in my way. It's my choice. And then I started building into more positive, like, yes, this is my choice. I don't know if you can hear that knocking.
Oh, yeah, I can hear him knocking. At least they're knocking quietly.
Yeah. Relapse is my choice. So I'm always relapse ready because I have the choice over it. So not only do we sell stickers, apparel for Relapse Ready, we also have the Shielded Voices websites now on there too. And we have coffee mugs, stickers. And lately I've been working on what's called recovery mapping. So setting up a self-guided program with resources and worksheets and advice on how to go through your recovery journey. Recovery for relapse doesn't mean substance abuse. It means you could have a step back in your recovery for mental health. And that's what I've experienced too.
Good point. Yeah.
So you make this progress towards a goal and you have a step back. Some of us are climbing, some are crawling. There are days where we're climbing or we're crawling. So just because we have a setback doesn't mean that it has to be so negative. Sure, it's a relapse, but it's not the end.
Right.
So that's what I've been working on.
That's awesome. And you've been putting a lot of time and effort into it too. Cause I know Mitch has been sending me like, hey, well, check out this design. What do you think about this? And for the record, this is all Mitch's baby. Brian's got nothing to do with this. Mitch is putting all the effort into this. And of course I support you 100%, whatever you need. I mean, I'm here to support that for sure.
Well, thank you. I wanted to make it clear too. I know I'm not a psychologist. I know I'm not a therapist or a counselor. I'm not an expert in sobriety. I'm still a baby in sobriety, as they say it. But I have lived experience. So I'm call it peer support.
How about a subject matter expert?
There we go.
You know what I mean?
That works.
You lived it.
Right.
You lived it and you are living it. That's an SME in my opinion.
Right.
I mean, good for you, dude. Good for you. Well, let's wrap up this midweek. Because oddly enough, on a Wednesday night, I'm going to go hang out with my family and my grandkids.
Good for you.
Yeah. Like it's just, it's one of those cool things I get to do now. I'm not going to lie. I will be honest though. This 4:45 in the morning crap, I'm over it. Like 4:45 to 5 o'clock so I can get my workouts in and then, start my work day. Like I just, man, it's, now like that. If I'm being fully honest, that's only like 1 or 2 days a week because a lot of the times my days start with doing job walks or meeting clients at 8 in the morning somewhere or something. So, but still, banker's hours. Or is it what I called it in order to you earlier? Mitch rolled his eyes at me on text, like, well, let's jump on now. And I'm like, dude, some of us still work normal jobs. You know that, right? He gives me the rolling eyes emoji. But yeah, so let's wrap this up. And then, man, for all of you listening, please tune in and wait for Sunday's episode to drop. I think did we agree we're going to do 2 Sundays in a row? However it shakes out, there's going to be 3 episodes in the month of June.
Yeah.
With the same person, because there's like 3 hours of content.
Yes.
Yeah, that's good. It's going to be good stuff. Yeah. So please do tune in and thank you to all, 11 and a half of you that do listen to Shielded Voices. I know there's more than that because we get the feedback, but more feedback would be great. If you guys hear this, I don't care where you live, send us an email, just letting us know that you do listen. It encourages us to keep going because we kind of fall into that, man, like, is anybody listening? Like, we don't really know. Nobody reaches out. And then we get these emails and it kind of sparks us again. And I don't want to stop, but it makes it tough to keep going if we don't know if people are listening. So please reach out to us. Shoot us a text, shoot us an email, whatever it is. We want to hear from you.
Yep. And go to relapse-ready.com for Shielded Voices merch too.
Mm-hmm. Oh, sorry. The plug for our buddies.
Yes.
Second Briefing podcast. Second Briefing. It's all about retirement. They're 2 retired guys. I've listened. It is freaking hilarious. And it's really cool for us because we know the guys so far that they've had on. I think they've got 5 episodes now. I just listened to the last one with another guy named Scott, who we've talked about before, owns Tall Fur Coffee.
That's right.
Tall Fur Coffee is now an official sponsor of Second Briefing podcast for them. So go to Second Briefing podcast as well. It's a lighthearted, retired guys talking about retirement. It's not the doom and gloom. So well worth it and super funny. So with that, we will see you guys on Sunday.
Yep. Take care, guys.